For an elf, the holidays are stressful, but Verizon's got a bonk.
Subscribe is how you stop explaining the same thing over and over at work. Watch this. It'll change your life. Raise your hand if you've told your boss how to do the same thing more than once. Thought so. That's why there's Scribe. Go
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew, here alongside JuggleGod. How is it going, sir?
I am doing well. Very excited to be here for the start of the playoffs. I can't wait to see this match. Excited to be casting with you as well. Just looking forward to the entire evening.
Yes, indeed, sir. I am looking forward to it. These post-Eagles have had a flawless record here coming into the playoffs. And I'm looking so forward to this game tonight, looking to see what they pull out, what tricks they pull out of the bag here, and see exactly what they're going to do as far as positioning and play-wise. Now, the last night they had a unfortunate loss in the ECAC last week, and it was tough to see. Unfortunately, they needed to win that game to advance to the ECAC playoffs. But there is still hope tonight in the NECC as the Eagles look to keep that flawless record going this season and look to advance with another win. And this is going to be a test for them in this playoffs as the Eagles tonight are facing the... Let me just pull it up so I make sure I'm pronouncing Hendrix. Thank you very much, sir. Hendrix. I didn't want to say Hendrix or something like that. Hendrix College. So
Reindrix?
I don't know. Right, Reinhardt, Reindrix, exactly. Yes, sir. So it is the Post University Eagles versus Hendrix University here. Post University coming in as the #1 seed here in this NECC matchup. Hendrix is the 8th seed, so it is 1 versus 8. So the Post University Eagles coming in tonight as I guess you could say the overdogs, as the Hendrix University here is looking to secure a playoff win as well. What are you thinking on this, Juggle? What do you think basically between both of these teams, how they're going to match up this evening?
Well, I think, having seen several of the matches for Post University, casting them in the NEC as well, they've looked incredibly strong. I think they only dropped 2 maps in a match once.
True.
I believe. Let me see here. That was against Dalhousie, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Who was facing off against UGA White tonight as well. So I'm anticipating this should be Post University is coming to this. I believe the heavy favorites here. As you said, the overdogs. I think Hendrix is going to have a pretty uphill battle coming into this. One of the reasons I think Post has done so well this season is they can swap between any of the kind of like the 3 main archetypes, right?
True.
For an Overwatch team.
Yep.
They can do great with Brawl, they do great with Dive, they do great with a poke composition, right?
Correct.
And so I think that Hendrix, if they're going to succeed here, they're going to have to find a way to mitigate at least one of these.
True, take it out of the deck. Yep,
right?
Take that card out of the deck. Yep, and they're going to have to do it quickly as well to adjust to whichever playstyle they choose. But that's where it comes into play here. Do you go for the counter swap game early, or do you say, we're the better composition here, even if you're going to try to mirror us, we're going to beat you?
Honestly, I think it's swap. I think it's this is over swap, right?
It is. Overwatch 2 is over swap, no doubt.
It's the way the game was designed, even from the word go. Back when you could literally play 6 Winstons.
Yep.
Yep. Like the idea behind it, the concept was that you would be free to swap and it would be encouraged. And so, typically, just over the years, when I think I've seen the most success from teams is when they are comfortable making these swaps and making them early. So if Hendrix is going to have a shot here, I think that's what we're going to be looking at tonight from them. And
definitely,
in addition, they're gonna have to find a way to counter swap whatever Post swaps to, because Post is a smart team. They are going to be making those swaps when they need to, right?
True.
So it's a lot of times Overwatch is just a battle of adjustments, right? And who makes them quickest and who makes them most effectively.
Let me ask you one last question here, sir, about tonight's matchup, and that is, who do you think is going to be the player of the game here for Post University tonight? If I had to guess, I would go with Multikel. He has been absolutely phenomenal on the Ramatra and has every time I watch and cast his games, he has been a 3rd DPS. It's almost unfair. He's been a 3rd DPS in Post University's lineup. So if I had to guess tonight, it's going to be between Ramatra or Multikel on Ramatra or the incredible healing potential of Vero on her character picks.
Yes. Yeah, I think those are 2 very solid choices, and I would echo that as well. The DPS line, honestly, though, has been absolutely fantastic.
True, can't forget the DPS.
Yeah,
never.
I would. Let's see here. Here are my notes. Yeah, I think that I'm looking at the like the roster,
Yeah.
or the character preferences,
Character
of, like,
lineups,
Chewy's
yep.
Moridin, right? Because like both of them have done phenomenal. One hero pick from Moridin that I think has just been absolutely standout every single match that I have seen him in is when he's on the Mei.
Yeah, I was just going to say Moridin on the Mei.
One of my favorite Meis.
Yep, he is
in a long
absolutely
time.
deadly on the Mei. And those ice
game
walls.
Sense, yeah, the game sense that Moridin has on the Mei is just absolutely stellar. So, you know, if it's not gonna be Multikel or Vero, then I would put my money on Moridin. Because
yep.
Moridin's Mei has just been out of control. So
those are all good picks.
That's my opinion there. Chewy as well, though. Like Chewy being one of the one of the rookies who's made kind of the main roster this season, as well, has been fantastic too. And it's good to see, where Chewy shines. I think is when we see more of the dive compositions, right?
Yep.
That Tracer, Genji, Sojourn in particular, I think has been very, very strong.
Even the other evening,
Multikel's Winston.
We saw, sorry to interrupt, we saw Chewy the other evening as I was casting in the ECAC. He actually swapped from DPS role up to the Sigma role on tank and was actually able to allowing Multikel to DPS a little bit. So they do have that flexibility as well to go between those comps.
I was just looking at the
he plays a very nasty Sigma. I can attest to that.
I'm actually a little surprised to not see Multikel with this Sig. For some reason, I had in my head that Multikel also played Sig. But
yep.
You know what I mean? If you've got a really strong Sig, make use of it, right?
Exactly.
And so,
no doubt, sir.
That would be really cool to see as well. And, actually, that brings up another thing, right? It's just the depth of this roster, right?
Yeah.
Like, we got the main roster of 5, but then there are 4 subs on the team too.
Yeah.
I've only gotten to see KingJackson so far this season, who just has
dropping the beat
with both the Lucio and the BAP.
Yes, sir.
But the fact that there are 4 players that can be swapped in case anybody has to miss a match or has to leave in the middle of one or whatever. That's just incredible.
Post-university lineup is deep and their compositions are strong. So tonight's matchup is going to be a good one. The NECC quarterfinals playoffs here. We are in lobby, folks, and we are just waiting for Post and Hendrix to join. We will be in lobby here and are just waiting for the map and character picks and bans here coming up. So stay tuned. DeadlyDrew here along with JuggleGod, and we are going to take a quick BRB, and we will be back with our map 1 of this best of 5 NECC playoffs. See you soon. We are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. JuggleGod here alongside DeadlyDrew, your casters this evening, duo casters this evening. How's it going, Juggle? We are back, and we are about to start this NECC quarterfinals playoff matchup between the post-university Eagles and Hendrix College.
Yeah, very excited to get going in this. So let's talk a little bit now about the roster, right? Because we've seen who is here now. We do actually have KingJackson in tonight. So we're going to have a chance to see that Lucy. We're going to have a chance to see that BAP. And with that BAP, it brings a lot more damage, right?
True.
It's kind of interesting. I like that KingJackson has like two sides of like the support coin, if you will, right?
Yes,
We've
sir.
got the Lucio, who is so defensively minded in so many ways. Not talking about the speed boost, talking about the sound barrier in particular.
Yep.
Now we've got BAP, who's just an absolute DPS powerhouse. You were talking about having Multikel as a third DPS on Ramatra.
Yep.
KingJackson on the BAP, that's another third DPS. There are 2 third DPSs on this team potentially.
It's
tonight.
great to have as many damage dealers as possible in Overwatch too.
Yes, exactly. Especially in Overwatch 2, right? Without that second tank, you're able to just chew through so much shields, health, whatever, that much more quickly. Let's see here. I wasn't quite able to follow chat. Has the map been selected now, DeadlyDrew? I see we are hovering over Samoa.
Oh, yes.
It has been actually I think it has been the first pick just about every
single time for Post University.
Yeah.
Yes, Samoa is going to be the first pick for
Exactly,
the Eagles here. The call is Samoa by Frosty, the coach of the Eagles here. And here comes the bans as well. Post University Eagles are going to ban the Venture. And it seems like Hendrix is still discussing their ban. Oh, and there it is. And Hendrix University bans Brig. So we've got the Eagles with the Venture ban and the Hendrix College with the Brig ban. So what are you thinking about that?
Interesting. Well, immediately what I see is that both of these teams don't want anything to do with CC.
True, yeah. They better watch out for Moridin.
Well, yes. They're trying to reduce it as best they can. But I'm trying to go back and find my hero roster or my hero preferences for everybody, because I'm trying to think. I think Vero plays a Brig, but I'm not positive. Because I feel like
True. Definitely strong on the Kiriko, no doubt.
Right, exactly.
Just referring back to what you were saying about the Baptiste. Yep.
Yes, speaking about it, there's 3 extra DPS, 3 third DPS on this team tonight. Okay, I can't find those notes at the moment, but I feel like that's not going to necessarily affect Post University too terribly much.
True.
But it also makes me wonder, what does this tell us about the composition that Hendrix is bringing out? And if you're banning Brig, to me that says you're afraid of dying.
True.
Right? If you're banning Brig, you want your dive to be a little bit more protected. Right?
Exactly. And
more so that's what I was trying to say. So, yeah. I think that with a Brig ban, that's what we're probably looking at here. Is that we're going to see a dive composition coming out from Hendrix to start things off. And, especially since we're at Volcano here, I think we're 100% going to run out with a Ramatra-based composition.
Yep, I agree. Let's see here. 9 seconds to go here for this NECC playoffs quarterfinals. Map number 1, best of 5 here. Eagles versus Hendrix College on Samoa.
Oh.
And here we go. What are you noticing first here, Juggle?
Well, actually, I forgot to mention something in the pregame that I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to bring it up here. And that's that UGA White beat Dalhousie yesterday in their match. That was the fourth seed versus 5 seed. So this match, what is on the line here? What is at stake is for a chance, of course, to go to the semifinals. But also, they're going to be facing UGA White, who did take down Dalhousie, who was one of the teams that I think Post University had a more difficult time with. But looking at these compositions, no big surprises here at all, I think, from Post University. And interesting, we're seeing a Reinhardt-based composition coming out from Hendrix. So,
love me some Reinhardt. OG Overwatch 1, baby. The shield leads the way.
Exactly. But as the fight breaks out, already we can see Moridin using that wall to pretty good value. KingJackson
Getting aggressive
looking to just
here.
keep this aggression up, right? They took out the Rhine out of that wall. Post University secures the point with relative ease here.
Yes, sir. Healer's doing a great job backing up Post University. Pushing that aggression each step.
Another thing to take a look at here is Chewy and Multikel really leading the way on the ults for Post University. It's going to be an approach from above. And I imagine that here, Hendrix is looking to kind of mitigate that distance, right? But Multikel coming in, throwing some punches. Wall and ice block have to be used. So at this point, Post University needs to back up quickly. Otherwise, this could get ugly for them. But the shield for Rhine is almost down as well. We got the nano boosted Rhine, too.
Oh, great wall there from Moridin to stop the nano Rhine. Take some pressure off the team here for Post University. Still holding 45% remaining here. Does Multikel pop the ult here? Does he save it for the next team fight?
He's going to save it for the next team fight because he just had to eat an anti-nade as well. It's going to be one pick on either side. They're down a DPS, each one of them. Multikel trying desperately to stay alive here.
Oh, great job by KingJackson.
It's hard to do. Yes, especially with that Reaper coming up on them. But a great disengage here from Post University. Now that they're back to full speed, we're going to see Vero pop that ult. There it comes.
Oh, what a block!
Huge shield. Absolutely massive from Multikel.
The third DPS Multikel just going off here, making another one. Moridin on the May, as we were discussing earlier. Post University is soaring right now. Multikel just racking them up here, frag after frag. Post University, 57% and counting.
Now this is interesting. We've seen a couple swaps come out here. We've got a hero for Hendrix has gone over to the Ram. They've decided that the Rhine isn't going to be the way this time around. So we were talking about the swaps earlier. This is what Hendrix is going to need to do if they want to succeed here. They look for the approach, but Blizzard coming in from Moridin, that's going to make things very difficult. They back off a little bit, give some space. It looks like Hero does get frozen, but now watching Luke try to break that ice ball, 85% here. This is most likely going to be last fight. Noodle Pepe gets one kill, but they're traded as well. Yep.
Sojourn ult coming out there. Post University does not look like they're going to be able to cap and going to need one more team fight here to secure this first point.
And they don't necessarily have too much in the bank as far as ultimates are concerned. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Chewy just hold on to this one with Freya, right? And look for the next fight, because there's at least, there's at least 2 fights, maybe even 3, depending on how quickly they go. But I imagine we're probably going to see Post University really shine, I think, in a second fight. If they take this one slow enough, though, Multikel certainly can build up an ultimate. Chewy proving me wrong, though, going in with the ultimate right off the bat. Noodle Pepe goes down very low. Certainly going to be the target. We can see everybody has their sights on them. Excellent target priority and target focus. They're coming out for Post University. They're going to take the point, even with one of their players going down.
Good shot there.
So it's a 4v5, but Post University says, we've got this. Looking here for a wall to come out from Moridin to try and stop this damage, but it's not going to be enough.
Nice job, May stalling the point
comes
there.
Out with their own. They're going down very low, but not low enough. So, yeah. Post University retakes the point, and honestly, I think that was pretty good because that was a pretty long team fight coming out from Post, or right there in general, right? So we're definitely looking at now 1.5 fights left, right?
Yep.
Once you hit that 85% mark, you know, it's
down to 1, and you got to make it count.
Yeah.
Yep, every ult has to be used, and it is time to get on the point and play the objective. Post University playing some nice high position here. Yeah, definitely good hook.
Yeah. The drop down. Noodle Pepe going down very low. Now Multikel setting their sights on Hero. Once again, the Blizzard comes in. Can they take them down? The Nano Boost is delivered to Hero, though, so they got to look out for the damage. They got to look out for the health as well. Luke and Garrett, as well as Era, have popped their ultimates, too. KingJackson falls. That's going to be a lot of health not there. And with that, Hendrix takes the first sub-map.
Wow, what a comeback from Hendrix there. Post University putting on the pressure early, but Hendrix able to hang on in that last team fight. It hit 85% very quickly there. Post University looked like they had good positioning on the high ground there on the first point. but Hendrix able to bait them onto point and just play defense, pop their ults, and get the picks that they needed to get into this round number 2, excuse me.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to harken back to that, to the penultimate team fight there, right? The one where we saw Chewy use their ultimate. The other half of that equation was that Hendrix didn't have any ults on the board either, right? And so I can understand, you know, if you're doing a good job ult tracking, maybe you say to yourself, like, hey, you know, they're out. The tank is empty. Maybe we can do this just off the back of this one. But I do think I still would have liked to have seen them play for that second fight and hold on to that ultimate.
True.
So Chewy swapping, actually both TPS swapping here. We got the Genji and the Reaper.
Little Genji play here. Post University sticking to its aggression, and also with a dive comp here. A little bit of a dive comp with the Reaper Genji.
Yeah, kind of like a hybrid comp.
Yep.
Oh, smells blood in the water, tries to get Luke, Garrett, but what that does do is it pushes back a lot of the damage. That's going to allow Post University to secure the point. So even though they don't get the kill, right, they kind of succeeded in what they needed to do right now. So now what they're going to work on is trying to eliminate the rest of the threats here. Luke goes down pretty low. Post University doing just a great job kind of holding on to this point, not allowing Hendrix to even step foot onto the point here.
This is what they did last evening as well on this map. They are great at holding the entire team outside of this point and holding the choke point and making it extremely tough. They usually use a Symmetra here to do it, but they are doing fine with a Genji and a Reaper sustaining and putting on pressure. But here comes Hendrix College, excuse me.
Wow. Yeah, no, that was some great focus fire there from the team to really knock out Moridin, right?
Yep.
And once Moridin was gone, the rest of the team kind of fell there. So.
All right, let's see. Back on with Post University here, trying to get back onto this point. 35% in the bank already. They need to win another team fight here to get this point back in their favor. And falling is KingJackson there.
Yeah, with that, Post University probably just wants to disengage, right?
Yeah.
Wait for KingJackson to get back because the Lucio's a quick hero. They're going to be able to do that. But Multikel kind of getting split right there. And you can see that Hendrix recognizes that, starts to move in, but then thinks better of it. Looking at the ult bank as well, Vero's got hers. And yeah, gonna pop it just immediately.
Why not let Multikel run rabid with his Fists of Fury?
Yeah, now we've got the nano boost onto Hero as well. That's going to be a lot of damage coming in.
A lot of
able
damage,
to take
wow.
out 2. KingJackson didn't quite have that
but a
same
Reaper ult is
trying
used there?
to make a hero play.
The
Yeah,
Reaper
that's
ult
definitely...
may come back to bite them there, not having that Reaper ult in the bank, as the fight was already finished from Hero there on Hendrix College, using that ult and securing that victory there for them, or that point there for them.
Yeah, so now I imagine we're going to see a speed boost coming in here with Multikel with their ultimate, especially with Hero going down that
what a
road.
shot by Vero!
Vero finds ahead. That's a big anti-nade, though, coming in from Era. So Post University has to watch out. They're able to shake it off, though, and reclaim the point. So that was huge, because Post University did that without using any ultimates at all. So they've got 3 in the bank for this next fight.
Yes, sir. Post University has a lot of ults in their pockets right now. How they use them will determine this outcome of this next fight. They are in control here, but will they be able to hold Hendrix here as they try to find a way into point? Doing a good job so far holding this choke point here.
Yeah, the big exclamation mark for me is Luke Garrett, right, on the Sojourn. They've got their ultimate ready to go. That's somebody who you need to look out for, and immediately we can see that Vero's already taken out. But
there we go. Multikel not waiting
here. Yeah, sound barrier up as well for Post University. So wisely, Hendrix backs off.
Smart play, smart play. Try to get one last team fight, and yet again, for the second time in this Samoa game, it's going to come down to one team fight.
Multikel Great focus fire there in the back, pushes that healer out of the way. We can see that Chewy's got their eyes on them as well. Here comes the ultimate from Multikel. They're already gotten Hero out of the picture. Luke Garrett, though, pops their ultimate, finds 2. That's the person, like I said, we need to neutralize. They haven't been able to do it. It's a 2v3. Can Vero and Chewy hold on?
A late Dragon Blade.
Chewy does get the blade, finds one, but Noodle Pepe gets the other. Post University has a slight chance to come back here. KingJackson can touch. Multikel swapping over to the ball, man after my own heart.
Yes, sir. Oh, but denied early by Noodle Pep. Finds another with the die, and Hammond on point. Multikel on the Hammond on point for the stall. Will it be enough for Post University here? Oh, and down goes Multikel.
Yeah, it looks like Vero's trying to get to the point with that ultimate, but Hero has one in the bank for them as well. So, Post University is struggling here in the first map, and Hendrix absolutely playing a phenomenal Overwatch here. So,
1%
things
difference.
are looking a little dicey for Post, but one of the big things about Post University is their resilience.
True.
I don't think they're going to be rattled by this at all. And I think one of the big things that Post University does really well, especially with Multikel and the coach Frosty, is they can take stock of what happened and be like, okay, cool, here's what happened, here are the changes we need to make. And then also being able to implement them.
Just a beautiful triple kill there when they needed it.
Yeah.
Hendrix University DPS player stepping up big time.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the player to watch out for on Hendrix, right? It just, if for no other reason that we see them on the Sojourn right now, right? And that Sojourn is a hero you don't play unless you're very confident in your ability, right?
Exactly, yep.
It's Sojourn not an easy hero to play, especially considering their ultimate, right? Like a lot of ultimates are typically, well, let's look at Ramatra's, right? Let's look at Ramatra's ultimate, right? You push a button and then just all the area around you is doing damage.
Tons of damage, right? Yeah.
Tons of damage. There's not, there's no... The skill in using Ramatra's ultimate is in timing it right and positioning yourself right.
Correct.
The skill in using a Sojourn ultimate is clicking heads.
Yes.
And that is very unusual in this game, that an ultimate is that...
precise.
Yes, requires that much precision.
Yes.
So, yeah, absolutely think that Post University needs to find a way to neutralize Luke Garrett, no matter what that player is playing.
All right. Well, it looks interesting here. Post University down 1, but like I said, all hope is not lost. Post University has a ton of flight left in their wings here, and I think it's going to be a big and long match here tonight. So you guys stay tuned, get ready, settle in. I think that we're in for a long game here tonight. Going to take a quick BRB, and then we will be back with your picks and bans here. So stay tuned. Shoutcaster, DeadlyDrew, and alongside me, JuggleGod. We'll be right back with this NECC Playoffs quarterfinal. Stay tuned. Alrighty, here we go, and we are back again, ladies and gentlemen, about to discuss these map pick and bans here for Post University and Hendrix College. Post University for map 2 is picking Kings Row. What do you think of that, Juggle? Oh, I had it muted. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, and we are back here. Sorry, I gave him an extra thing, about 10 seconds here.
All good.
There we go. Okay, we're live here.
Excellent. Good to be back. Good to
Yes,
be
sir.
back.
Kings Row is the map pick. What are you thinking about that, sir, for Post University?
It's a comfort pick.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Okay.
Through and through.
Yep.
I've seen this has been a favorite pick of Post University since I have been casting for them, which at this point is either 3 or 4 years. So,
wow. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is definitely a comfort pick. So I feel very confident on this one. They over the years have had to learn a few hard lessons about Kings Row, but they learned them.
That's
which
true.
is the important thing.
It is.
Now, what I think is a little bit more interesting is that Post actually decided to ban Reaper, right? One of Moridin's favorite picks. So that's fascinating to me. Let's see. Did we actually get the ban yet from?
We did not get the ban. Let's see. Yes, they did. Ram ban, Ramatra ban. They do not like Multikel.
Right, yes, that's what it was. That I think is what's going to cause some problems here. But I'm expecting we're going to see Multikel roll out here on the Zarya.
Ooh,
I
nice.
think that Winston or Hazard can work here. Hazard maybe even a little more so than Winston, even though I frequently talk about how I think that Kings Row is
just built for Zarya.
Dive. Well,
it can be for the Winston. Yeah.
But I think you can. I think there is enough high ground kind of present throughout the map that dive
is no doubt. Winston's
more
great.
Doable in this map than most people think. So, but I think it's going to be Zarya. I think that's who we're going to see. But what that means as well is Post University is going to have to be very, particular with their timing, right? As well as just using natural cover.
Yes, as well. Positioning is huge on Kings Row. Last evening, something that caught Post University off guard was the Symmetra portal being used. If I can show you here, they would just, the team that they were playing last night would use that Symmetra portal and go right up to the top side here and then just jump across and get that high ground angle early. So something to watch out for. And there is the Symmetra on attack. Look at that. Caster's call.
Yeah, Symmetra's a great pick here as well. This is very fascinating coming out from Post University too.
Oh, the Reinhardt from Post. Look at that again.
Yeah. Well, the Rhine I think makes sense,
Yes.
and it's funny because Multikel doesn't necessarily list Rhine as one of the top tanks for them, but I feel like if you're a tank player and especially at this level, you know how to play Rhine.
Yes,
right.
Definitely.
Everybody,
no doubt.
Round like Diamond knows how to play Rhine if you're a tank main.
Correct.
So I have a feeling this will be pretty good for him. What I think is interesting is that we've got a Chewy on the Pharah, especially considering Luke Garrett is still out there, right? Chewy's going to have to be very, very cognizant of Luke Garrett.
It will be a match of Duck Hunter here. Hopefully Chewy isn't the victim. But here we go. NECC playoffs.
Ooh, interesting.
Let's see what Post does here.
Yeah, very fascinating positioning there from Multikel to start out. I hadn't really seen that before, and maybe that's just me being a little bit of a washed Overwatch player at this point, but big charge comes out. We get the counter charge coming in from Hero. Multikel taking a lot of damage with Heroes as well. The Immortality Field comes out. It's going to be taken down.
Can you find a nice pick by Chewy?
Yes, huge picks. The back line is down for... oh my gosh, for Hendrix. So
salt in the wound there from Chewy.
Yeah, big first team fight win there from Post.
Excellent job by Post University. The Eagles got pushed back early by that Symmetra portal, but they did hold. And it was a nice first engagement there by Multikel to knock down the opposing Reinhardt player and start Post in without having to deal with that shield and just getting a lot of big splash damage in from the Pharah early on in that team fight.
Yeah, and speaking of the Pharah, we can see that Hendrix really doesn't like the Pharah, right? They swapped both to the Soldier 76, which is going to be much better at taking out that Pharah, right?
Yes, sir. Over
as
swap.
Well, yeah. as well as bringing their own flyer into the game as well. So
Yeah,
I think that's a big thing we're looking at here from Hendrix. Is it going to do what they need to do? I'm not sure. Chewy has actually stayed up there for a long time now. I think Chewy's probably going to need a move. Otherwise, it's going to get a little too predictable, and they could get flanked.
KingJackson playing some good positioning in the back here, keeping his team alive. That Rhine Anna combo still paying dividends here. As Post University now has a lot of ults in the bank.
That they do. And the only thing that we're seeing from Hendrix right now is the window, which is nothing to be,
Scoffed at. Yeah,
that's
definitely.
a big ult. It's a big ult.
Yep. Especially
nice
when combined
pick
with a
on the
soldier.
Woozy. Exactly. Yeah, big pick on the Woozy there. So now Hendrix, I think, trying to back out again. As Post University continuing to hold on to this very, very strongly.
If I can point some that, Hammer comes down there.
Oh, yeah, that was a big shatter. Multikel with the counter shatter though. Big barrage coming in too.
Juggle.
Hero
Look at how
spawn.
they're sorry to interrupt here, but look at how their look at how the healers are stacked here for Post University in the positioning. One down low, one up high, both playing great positioning, avoiding the poke damage. Post University playing excellent positioning, just baiting Hendrix in right now with two healer ults in pocket.
And what's really nice about that positioning as well is the fact that both of them can get to safety really quickly, as we see Vero do right then. Another barrage. Or no, what was it that just came in? Oh, a big
Satellite Vector,
visor that Luca Garrett finds too.
Oh,
Trying to turn
Chewy.
back around is Chewy and Vero. Hero finds one. It's just going to be a couple players on the point here. Can Post University hold on? It's just, I believe it's just Moridin and
Moridin
Vero
holding
with
the
dream
line on the May.
Yeah.
Moridin is the new tank player here for now. Oh, until Multikel comes in boosted.
Yeah, and they're able to survive long enough. What an incredible job sustaining that Post University did just then.
Yes, sir. Excellent heals for Post University right now, holding the point with only 10 seconds remaining. This could be the dream hold for Post University on King's Row here.
Yeah, this has gone great for them. We can see that one of the sports is getting dove up on the high ground. There's going to be a duplication to the Reinhardt. That could be deadly because Multikel's definitely going to have to watch for that shatter to build very, very quickly. They've got
nice
to manage
block.
their shield. It's gone down pretty low.
Great pin.
Huge charge. Takes them out of the Rhine form. Now they just have to find the picks
2%
here,
to
but
shatter.
The picks are going the way of Hendrix, so I think we are going to see a trip through the streets of King's Row.
Yeah, there we go. Hendrix College getting that cap with under 10 seconds left. Post University trying their absolute hardest to hold, but it just would not go. Unfortunate for Multikel there, as he was only 2% off about one more hammer swing or fire strike from his shatter, and that could have been massive there had that landed. But here we go. Post University now about to hold what I like to call the Z check or the Z chokehold here on the second point or on the second push here on the payload.
It is interesting. We haven't talked about the fact that Hero swapped over to the Diva, which is not a great pick against May. And now what I like is that Post University decided to swap over to the Symmetra as well, which is going to make life very, very difficult for Hero. Huge shatter. That's going to be one fire strike to take out Woozy. Everybody else with just a little bit of health.
Good Maywall.
Yeah, should be fine with that shield. Yeah. But a nice fight win there from Post University, and they can potentially even move up to this choke, right? They can potentially even hold here at Arches.
Here comes the car wash from the Symmetra. Old joke there for all you old Overwatch players.
Okay, yeah, Hero, yeah, again, this is the sign of a good team, right? Hero is now on to the Battle Cattle.
The Orisa Cow.
Yeah, so is Orisa going to be able to make it work for them? That's a big ultimate coming out from Vero. 2 players down, a minute left to go here. Hendrix should just back out and take this loss, regroup for the next fight.
KingJackson almost to his ult for Post University. 2 DPS ults in pocket for Post University. They are going to have to hold off the tide here, though, as Hendrix has almost every ult in their bank except for Hero, their Orisa player. Here comes the visor.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, in particular, the visor is dangerous, but Chewy has that ultimate ready to go, and they used it perfectly to mitigate that completely nano boost delivered to Chewy as well.
Oh, boy.
That is a terrifying thing to behold, regardless of which side of the equation you're on. We got a dupe onto the Reinhardt as well. Post University wisely backing up.
Yep, smart positioning play.
Allow as little value for that as possible. Now we can see them kind of potentially even reposition to the high ground. That ultimate expires, so Echo back to her flying form. But Hendrix has actually pushed this card quite further than I thought they might. Big pick from KingJackson, though. The flyer is out of the sky.
Oh, Multikel, nice.
Finds another, and that is going to put a stop to Hendrix in the streets of Kings Row.
Nice job there from Post University. Like you were saying, Juggle, they did the smart play there while the Echo ult was up. 2 Reinhardts are scary walking towards you, so they took the choice and calmed it up and told everyone to back it up, and will re-engage in this fight after their ults and utility have burnt out. Nice job from Post University, stopping the payload about 75% there to its second capture point.
Yeah, I think that's especially considering how hard of a hold Post University had on this first point at Kings Row.
That's an excellent
great
positioning.
distance.
Yep, excellent
that's great
hold.
distance. Yeah. So coming out on the attack side now.
Oh, here comes the Mercy. Mercy Bastion Torbjorn for the defense on Hendrix. Very interesting. Very OG Overwatch 1 here. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, true. Yeah, that is very true. Even with the Anna Mercy, actually, yeah, that is an Overwatch 1 combination.
I noticed it right away.
But it is interesting. We did see Era on that Mercy a little bit in that first round. I don't remember if it was a swap or if I think it was a swap later on. Chewy considering matching with their own.
Bastion versus Bastion here.
That is fascinating.
The mirror Bastions. It will be interesting. Post University now on the attack and trying to push it past where they just held on defense.
Yeah, Multikel wasting no time. Just charges through the choke point. Says, I don't care. We're just going in. And trying to get some positioning around this statue. That's going to allow them to push forward here. Yeah, exactly. And we can see they kind of close.
Oh, even the ice block there to block for her tank there.
Moridin is just the highest IQ made player I've seen in a very long time. Yeah. Luke Garrett going down very low. Nice fire strike, pushing them into the hotel. That's interesting. You don't usually see the defending team get pushed in.
Pin.
Oh,
big pin there.
A huge anti-nade. Vero finds one. It's not going to be enough, though.
Oh, and Multikel with a huge pin on the Anna coming from downtown.
Massive. I guess this fight isn't over.
It's not over.
But it's not.
Not in Multikel's sense. He says, let's go. This is our point.
Gonna be forced to back though at this point.
Yeah,
they have barely any shield left here. Because of that Bastion. But the fact that Post University was just able to kind of maintain this positioning bodes very well for them. Chewy finds one. Hero finds Chewy though. They've got the Mercy in tow. They need to try and prevent that res though. Here comes an ultimate. Shatter not gonna land. Hero
good orbit
goes down.
by Vero. Excellent timing on that orbit. Maybe turning the momentum
get
of
the res.
Both healers popping there. Right, back and forth here. What a fight.
They get the res. They get the res onto the right, and that is causing some problems here, but not enough for Post University. They got one tick in the bag, 2 coming for them. A big anti-nade from KingJackson, and that will be the point. I don't think we're going to see any contest here coming from Hendrix.
Post University doing an excellent job there positionally. Excellent job. And this will be it for now until the payload reaches this point coming up here. Post University now looking to establish some dominance here on this Z choke point. Multikel pushing up, doing an excellent job positioning, managing his shield. That's one thing a good Reinhardt player will do, is manage their shield and not letting it break, especially under the pressure of a Bastion.
Exactly. Nice fire strike going through as well. We can see Hero shield going down. That's going to be a big charge. Moridin finds
nice fire
the
strike.
kill. Multikel gets a second, and we are one fight away, maybe even half. I don't think Hendrix is going to be able to get back for a full team fight here.
Here comes the Bastion ult to try to deny space, but that payload is already almost home. Multikel finds another. And that's going to do it. Post University taking King's Row here. And the Eagles are soaring and tying this game up 1-1.
Yeah, great play from both squads. Honestly, you know, you got to compliment Hendrix. You know, not getting tilted, not getting you know, intimidated by that you know, by that practically full hold on first point. Yeah, huge play here from Luke Garrett again. No surprise to me at all that this is who we're seeing in the play of the game. But yeah, I think that was kind of like the boost in confidence that Post University needed there, coming out of King's Row. So I'm gonna be curious to see what they decide on next. Although I guess the pick does move to Hendrix, I believe.
Yes.
At this point, so
correct.
We're looking at push and escort, I believe. So
it will be interesting to see what map Hendrix picks here, as now the ball is in their court as far as map pick goes, and we'll get to see what their home court advantage looks like for now. That was an excellent match. Post University, you said in the beginning there, that was their home turf, and they showed it there on King's Row. Loved the aggression, loved the Reinhardt, and the positioning and swaps from Post University has made a big difference there on King's Row.
Yeah, it really did. And again, big shout out to Multikel, you know, swapping to that Ryan, who it's just a hero we don't see them play a lot.
Love to see it.
As much anymore. And so it's, yeah, I do love to see it. Absolutely great gameplay there.
All right, well, folks, it is the NECC quarterfinals playoffs here. The Eagles and Hendrix University are tied 1-1, best of 5 here to see who goes on. And we will be right back with map number 3. It is Hendrix map pick. Don't go anywhere. Tied 1-1. And we'll see you soon. And hello and good evening. We are back. Map number 3 is coming up here in this NECC quarterfinals between the Eagles and Hendrix University here. What a match it has been. I thought I said it in the beginning, Juggle. It is going to be a long evening, and our prediction is coming true so far. So here is our map pick here for, I believe it is Hendrix, correct?
Yes, Hendrix decided on Junkertown. So this is gonna be interesting. We also have the bands coming as Moira and Freya. So no skill orbs.
Yeah, Moira skill orbs.
But I think that Junkertown as well plays pretty brawly too.
Yes.
So I think this does kind of feed into Post University's strengths as well, which makes me wonder, what does Hendrix have in the bag? Right? Because if they were confident enough to pick Junkertown,
brawl,
right,
perhaps another Reinhardt,
maybe a brawl again, yeah, possibly. Yeah, this will be interesting. One thing that I have an idea here. One thing that this is going to allow us, it's really going to allow Luke Garrett to shine. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Widowmaker come out here. We haven't seen that yet, but just seeing what Luke Garrett has played, I would not be surprised at all if we see a Widowmaker come out here, which could mean we have an opportunity to see the Multikel Winston, which I'm always very excited about. So
here we go.
Yeah, got a little bit of a peek into what's happening. It's going to be Post University on the defense first. And yeah, already playing into those sidelines, we have Moridin on the Hanzo. Yeah, which I think is a great pick here, right? Because you get the sniper aspect, but you also have you can just chew through shields, you can chew
tons
through
of damage, tons of spam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. And information.
Exactly.
Right?
Can't forget that.
Throughout that
out.
sonar dart, they know that Hero was on the Diva now.
True. Good information early.
Yeah. That's why I always hang to the back of these.
The Sombra player here.
Until the last start.
Luke Garrett here. Playing it smart on the Sombra. And off we go. Map 3. NECC quarterfinals playoffs here. Post University versus Hendrix College.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a nice TP there from Luke Garrett. I didn't see this pick coming. Out of Luke Garrett, so I'm going to be very curious to see how this goes for him. Big dive coming in. That's going to be Moridin down almost immediately. Big burst damage. The anti does slow them down for just a second, but this fight goes very quickly the way of Hendrix. So Post University just going to need to back out and regroup here. But this is a strong dive. Hendrix definitely knows how to play their dive.
No doubt about it. Is Post University now having to put on the brakes and go full regroup mode here. Ooh, good flank there by Luke Garrett. You called it there, Juggle. Luke Garrett is gonna have to have a big game here on this Sombra. Do some big damage to Post University's backline.
Fortunately, Multikel survived long enough to where they've almost got their ultimate, but they're going up against the dive composition. They don't really have anybody they can walk on, so to speak, with that ultimate. So I'm not sure how effective it's going to be, but Multikel proving me wrong, immediately taking out Noodle Pepe.
He'll do that a lot as far as just being a third DPS.
Yep, facts. So kind of a great stall here, and it looks like, honestly, Hendrix kind of, I feel like that was a little bit of mispositioning from him. It looks like they pushed a little too far forward too long, right?
Yeah.
I liked what they did there with Luke Garrett and a couple others. Yeah, kind of like pushing forward, but at some point you do need to back off. You need to respect your opponent and give them space, right?
Yep.
Otherwise, you're going to get caught out, which is kind of what happened there.
Good flank here from Noodle Pepe of Hendrix College on the Reaper. Trying to get into Post University's backline, but it looks like they may be having a little bit of trouble. Oh, nice play by Moridin there to put up the ice wall. All in pocket.
Find one.
But do they need to use it? Oh, Moridin. Nice shots.
Yeah, those icicles.
They hurt.
They'll do it. They'll do that to you. But yeah, Multikel used their ultimate, which honestly I'm pretty happy about. I think that I would not be surprised if we see a swap here. You know, once Multikel falls again on the Ramatra, if I should say.
Yeah, big if.
But yeah, big if. But we've got 2 Death Blossoms coming in. This is fascinating as well. Hero has swapped over to the Hazard.
Yes, Hazard good on this map as well, especially as the point gets closer and closer to capture. That rock blocks a lot more positioning in close quarters.
Got a little bit of a DPS trade there.
Die.
New Pepe going in for the ultimate. Yeah, it's going to find one. But Post University not going to be dissuaded from continuing to try and find a pick here. Moridin throws out the Blizzard. Doesn't quite find anybody, but that wall's going to pop actually Hero up over it. A little bit of a taste of Hazard's own medicine right there. The fight does look like it's going to go the way of Hendrix here, though, as Multikel's trying to back off here. But 45 seconds left to go. That's not a bad stall here for Post University.
Not at all. Took a ton of time off the bank. Post University looking good here. Multikel not giving in just yet, and is going to have to now.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Vero hold on to that ultimate, but credit where credit's due. It almost worked.
Almost, yeah. 30 seconds.
Yeah,
it's a gamble at that point, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it does leave them kind of behind in the ult economy here.
Noodle Pepe doing a great job on the flank. But now going to have to back up as Post University is on to his tricks.
I feel like this is a point where Hazard is really going to shine as well, right?
Yes.
You're going to be able to really kind of maximize that low and high ground. Luke Garrett probably coming in with an EMP here
yeah,
pretty
this looks
quickly,
like a tasty one.
Vero is so low. Oh no, but they go low down. Hero is down as well. It's going to be a trade, a DPS for a support for a tank. KingJackson with a Kitsune Rush gets hacked, but is able to shake it off. Is going to be able to survive here. And Post University gonna come away with this hole. It was scrappy, but they got it.
Scrappy fight here, but Post University able to clean it up, as you said. And a nice shot there by Moridin. Moridin just on point with the icicles. He doesn't even have a scope on that thing.
Yeah, brain freeze on command there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great wall there. Multikel has actually almost built their ultimate again. And now that we're back to the Hazard, I'm going to retract what I said about the swap. I think that you stay on the Ram here at this point.
Yep, that is a good call there. Hendrix College here, good ult economy in their pockets right now. Post University also coming up, has 3 in pocket. Oh, but a big hack there. And then down goes Chewy.
Yeah, but still trying to hold on here. Post University can fight back from this, but with a big MP like that, I don't know if it's possible anymore. So Post University looking to see if they get a couple exit picks, but this fight is, overall intents and purposes, I believe.
Now, will they have time to regroup and get back for one more team fight? I believe they will. If they hurry,
dying,
maybe
with
not.
With Multikel dying that late, Moridin, I think the impetus is going to be on them to try and stall out the point. But it's going to be hard with Luke Garrett kind of like...
Yeah, that rock. Oh, no.
Oh, Chewy. Oh, no. Chewy about to get chewed up. And yeah, there we go. Luke Garrett finding that May, recognizing that that's going to be the person who's going to try and sit on point. Hero going down low, though. Gets the focus fire from both KingJackson and Multikel. But the support line for Post University is down. It's a 2-4-2 at this point. Chewy getting back into the action here. We get a hack coming in. Chewy is going to go down, but I believe there's going to be one more player.
It's just a 1v1, 2v1. Multikel holding the line here.
Yeah, but there's only so much health left. They're trying.
Oh, he picks up the health pack. Huge. Smart play by Multikel just to burn even a little bit more time. Great IQ play.
Yeah. Now we're going to see a little bit of shield dancing going on. KingJackson trying to stay alive under those shotguns from Reaper, but the point has been captured at this point.
Post University doing an excellent job. That was just a big IQ play there from Multikel. Even a couple seconds off the clock can mean the difference here.
Yeah,
nice
it certainly can.
Finding the Sombra out of stealth there, getting the refrag as Hero on the Hazard.
You know, for an escort map, this has been one of the most, like, deathmatchy
I thought we were playing push here for a second. Yeah. It's just been team deathmatch the entire time. I was like, is there a payload here?
Yeah, it really has. I would like to see Post University regroup just a little bit more now, which it seems like they're doing. Because at this point, we're getting pretty close to the end of the map. So,
Luke Garrett
big
continuing
ultimate coming
to be
in from
a nuisance on the back.
Yeah,
line.
Luke Garrett is terrifying. But speaking of terrifying, Chewy chasing somebody down. Not going to be able to get the kill, but they're waiting. Oh, they find one huge play right there. Big IQ play is going to be able to fade out of that. Has the Death Blossom as well, though, so they're not going too far. Big TP out of the danger. Here comes the Kitsune rush. Chewy finds another. 10 seconds left to go here. This fight is all but over, and Post University going to stop the card about 50 meters into the third point.
Chewy just continuing to pop off here, and another one, and he'll just say, pop the ult. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Chewy going absolute
Celebratory.
beast mode on the Reaper. And that is a great hold by Post University.
Yeah, that was off the back of Chewy, too. Chewy did a phenomenal job there. Like, that first pick, just lurking in the shadows like Reaper is wont to do. Yeah, beautifully played. Beautifully played. So, Post University now. I'm gonna be curious to see what we get on the attack. I think we're gonna start with the Ram, for sure.
Yep.
Moridin, I'm anticipating sticking with the May. It's working well. Honestly, I don't think we're gonna really see any changes.
I don't think there's that many swaps that are gonna happen. Maybe we're wrong.
The only change I could see is KingJackson going to the Lucio.
Oh, and the Ana.
At least hovering in the Ana in spawn, yeah. We can talk a little more confidently about the defense, though, because swaps can still happen on attack.
Yep.
But yeah, Noodle, it seems like Hendrix really likes this Bastion pick. They've done it 2 out of the 3 last maps, I believe. Did we see a Bastion in Samoa?
We saw a Bastion on King's Row as well. Yeah, King's Row, there was the dual Bastion play from Post and from Hendrix. So yes, Bastion has been played a lot here. Reaper has been seen a lot.
It's kind of more the reason I think I would like to see KingJackson swap over to the Lucio, right?
Yeah.
To speed boost people out of the line of fire of that Bastion.
Exactly.
You know, plus that extra. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yep, we'll see. It is overswap.
This team definitely knows their strengths. Absolutely.
Here we go. Post University now on the attack. NECC playoffs quarterfinals. Welcome in if you're just joining us. DeadlyDrew alongside JuggleGod here. Map 3 on Junkertown.
Big nade. Big nade right there. It does get out the cleanse from the Kiri. Hero going down very low. Multikel spells blood in the water. Finds them. Huge fight win there for Post University. No hesitation.
No hesitation, I was just about to say, from Multikel at all there. Post University keeping their foot on the gas. Why not? Because they are doing an excellent job with this first point push. Plenty of time in the bank.
Huge wall. I was going to say, if they get a second fight here, it's going to be barely. And big heads up high IQ play coming out there from Moridin. But now Luke Garrett on this high ground could be problematic because Vero's really the only person except for Chewy who I think can kind of deal with that, and Chewy really only gets to if they TP up there, which is gonna be telegraphed pretty hard.
Good job from Ramatra, Multikel on Ramatra there to just continuously keep the pressure on to Luke Garrett because he knows that's the main source of damage right now and the main source of poke. Nice wall there as well from Moridin on the May once again.
Yeah, even though they lost Chewy, Post University is still managing to push this card, or at least put pressure on it. Multikel going down low though, so they are going to back off, and the support's kind of getting caught out there a little bit. Great heads-up play from Hendrix to recognize that little bit of miscommunication or mispositioning right there.
So the payload will be stalled out for now, but here come the ults from Post University.
Nano boosted Multikel throwing as many fists as they can. This is interesting. Yeah, Ultimate coming in from Noodle Pepe, probably just trying to clear cart for the moment. Vero tries to find something with their ult, but is unable to. Multikel still holding on to theirs, says they don't need it. Big ultimate coming in from Vero here. There it is from Multikel to put the finishing touches on this fight, because this team did not want to die. I don't know how Noodle Pepe stayed alive for that long with that much damage coming into them.
They were spread out, so it makes it a little bit easier for the healers as far as just a range, as far as the ranged heals that they have and the healing potential. But yes, they did an amazing job of staying alive there as Post University, just continuing to keep their foot on the gas here, continuing to keep the pressure going with it. 5 minutes in the bank. Juggle, I think this one, not over yet, but this one is looking pretty good here for the Eagles.
It's looking real good for the Eagles. I love that play with the Blizzard and the wall and the shield. Isolated Hero for so long. That might be the only pick they realistically need to secure this map win here. As the Hero's going on to the hamster, get the roll out. But already taking out Luke Garrett, one of the biggest threats from the other team. Never mind, the rest of them go down.
And now comes the ham
install.
install.
Angry hamster. Yeah, we've got an angry hamster on the point, but with a nade on them, they're not going to last long. And Post University won that in 3 fights, right? Like, let's talk about that second point for a second.
Yes,
because
sir.
that second point was literally just one long team fight, right? Post University had presence there that entire time. Massive.
Yes, sir. Massive plays there from Post University. Reaper here with the play of the game. Chewy on the Reaper. Just popping off on that defensive hold for Post University. Putting in tons of damage. And Post University in this NECC quarterfinals playoffs, they are up now 2-1 after being down 1-0 initially. So the Eagles now gaining some more wind under their wings as they need one more here in this best of 3 to advance. Any insights on that last match there from you, Juggle?
Yes, I think that the adjustments that Post University have made have, I think, clearly outpaced the ones that Hendrix have made. Hendrix has, and in fact, I think the Hendrix is feeling a little I don't like this word. I'm going to use it. Stagnant to me.
Yeah.
At the moment, right? We didn't see very many swaps.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
We saw a lot of them early on, which is when they were having success.
True.
And we haven't really seen them as much. We hardly saw them at all in Junkertown, really. So I think that is really playing into Post University's favor right now. And in addition, I think that, whatever wasn't working is now working for Post University. I mean, that was a dominant win. Post University has looked better in every map.
True, and
right.
Yeah,
and I think that's. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just saying it just could be the insights as well. I've known Coach Frosty for a while, so long ago that I, my sports jersey there in the back, that I played with him in Overwatch 1.
Really?
Yeah, Overwatch 1. Frosty and me played on a team together. Yes,
That's
I
amazing.
was a tank and
No
healer
way.
main. Yep. So I played with Frosty, and I know his depth and his knowledge of the game. So he could definitely be calming with these guys between matches and letting them know where the weak points are and where their strong points are, and just giving them the pros and cons of each match here.
Yeah, I think that might also be. Oh, we got a ban coming in.
Yeah, already ban coming up here for map number 4.
Yeah, May gets banned by Hendrix, so that's no surprise.
Yep.
Either. But Moridin's got depth. Moridin will be fine.
True.
So, yeah, I think you're absolutely right about the game sense, the knowledge that Frosty brings to the table.
Yep.
Because looking back now at this season and the matches that I've been able to cast, it really, I think, has come down a lot of times to the adjustments that Post University makes, right?
Yes.
They are looking at the players as individuals and saying, like, okay, we're not just up against a Sojourn, we're up against Luke Garrett's Sojourn. And what does Luke Garrett's Sojourn look like? Right?
Exactly.
And so it's those very targeted adjustments that I think Post University has been able to make.
Post University
really making the difference.
Having great attention to detail, as I like to call it, especially in these tight matches, competitive matches. It's the little things that count in these types of things. Usually not the major things, but a swap here or there, a heal, a shot. It could be anything that close to separate a match here. So, did we get a map pick here for map number 4 is the thing I'm wondering.
It does look like it. The map has been selected. I didn't see it come through in
chat,
but I also didn't have my eyes down there the whole time. So
all good.
But I did catch an Ana band coming out
from
Post. So yeah, gonna be interesting to see what. Okay, yeah, they did call new queens before the May ban.
Gotcha. So New Queen Street is our map. We were just saying to it, that payload game looked like a game of push. But now we actually have a game of push coming up here on New Queen Street. So here we go. We're about to get into it. And I believe that we have, we have Hendrix banning the May, as you said before, Juggle, and Post University banning the Anna. So here we go. NECC playoffs, quarterfinals, Post University Eagles versus Hendrix, up 2-1. New Queen Street push coming up. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see how similar this looks to the last map we just watched.
Yeah.
Also, I think the most recent time that I cast Post University on New Queen Street, like the bot didn't stop. It just
the bot don't stop.
Yeah, the bot don't stop for Post
That's a
University.
song somewhere. Sorry, I just love the tune. I'm a catchy tune type of guy. The bot don't stop. Lucio could definitely drop a beat off that or something. Anyways, here we go. New Queen Street. Hope everyone's having a great evening out there. I am having fun. I don't know about you, Juggle, but I love and enjoy these matches so much.
Yeah, a ton. I don't get nearly as much time to
play,
the game
but
as
yeah,
fast
exactly.
as I did. And so it's always a joy to get to watch it.
Exactly. So, with 9 seconds to go here, Post University.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can finish
so
it off.
I think Hendrix, if they're hoping to come away with a win here, they need to put everything they have into Luke Garrett, right? And helping them succeed.
There he is.
Luke Garrett has been such like a big high point for Hendrix. And I think who they're gonna have to rely on, I think, to get a win here, if they're gonna get one. Interesting compositions coming out from both. Don't think we're gonna get any last minute swaps here. Hero on the Diva, which I think is a really good pick on New Queen Street. I think that New Queen Street really plays well to Ball and Diva in particular.
True, and we have No Ben X here from Hendrix on the Moira. We've got those skill orbs you were talking about there, Juggle.
Yeah, skill orbs are back.
Yep. And Multikel on the Mauga. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, this is gonna be I think like a pretty decent matchup tank wise. But Hero going down very low. Chewy is taken out though, pretty quickly. So Post University on the back foot at this point. The Multikel trying to just get as much damage in as they can. Luke Garrett going down low. Multikel doesn't find the stomp they were looking for. Hero has to back up to the high ground, though. Is their defense matrix going to be able to outlast these turrets just glued to the arms of Multikel? You have KingJackson on the Lucio. Vero just respawned, so they're going to have some help back here soon.
Ooh,
but again, this is just looking so deathmatchy, right?
Yes, it is already.
Exactly,
just a giant tug of war. Just bodies dropping left and right. And it looks like, yes, Hendrix will be able to grab the first control of this robot here and start pushing it.
And Luke Garrett back on the Sojourn. That's trouble for Post University.
Yes, that has definitely been, in my opinion, so far of this match in Hendrix MVP. Luke Garrett has been just absolutely deadly on the Sojourn, hitting those headshots. Even on the Zarya there onto Multikel. Took him down to half health from one headshot. A lot of damage.
Love the...
Oh, excuse me. Go for it.
Love the Zarya swap here. That's really going to cause a lot of problems for Hero. So many, in fact, that Noben is forced to use that Coalescence, which they might have used a little earlier than they wanted to. But Chewy looking for a little bit of damage in the backline, not really able to find a big sound barrier, a very aggressive sound barrier coming out from Post University.
Here comes
and
Multikel.
It is working out for them.
Oh, a full beam Zarya is just so scary.
Ooh.
Multikel now has
to...
Oh, lost the charge there, but Post University winning the fight.
Yeah, they did. They hung on barely to that one. Yeah, great play coming out from everybody there. Hero has now swapped over to the Ram, so this could cause some problems for Multikel here, but if they can get that EMP off with the grab, that's going to be great. I mean, actually, Multikel not having to worry about the grab getting eaten is kind of huge here. You know, they're sacrificing kind of like that for a heightened frontline presence.
You know what I've noticed something, Juggle, and I don't know if you've noticed it too, is Venture is extremely effective on these push maps like this where everyone is so grouped up.
Yeah, they really, really are. And look at
there
that
you go.
Look for that Moira. No more skill orbs, at least for a few
Yep.
seconds. You're doing everything they can to hold on to dear life, and doing some great dancing around that car and that shield, to be perfectly honest. But Multikel gets those last few picks. And so Post University should get the forward spawn here, which is a big
Moridin doing excellent on the venture right now. Post University in control, about to tie this match up as far as push score goes here. And there they go, taking the lead now are the Eagles. And they have a pretty good ult economy coming up. And here comes the first ult in from the Kiriko.
Wow. A grab right off the bat. Chewy and Moridin able to follow up on it as a lot of attention went into Multikel there. Was forced to back off after launching that grab, but you know what? It did the job it needed to do. No Ben, though, coming out with that coalescence. They've evened the playing field here and reclaimed the card. Post University forced to back off.
Post University now having to slow it down once again. Something about just push. It's like you push it a little bit and then the other they spawn. I think it's because of the forward spawns. The fights happen so quick and are almost forced sometimes.
Yeah. Kitsune Rush coming out, though, that's definitely putting Hendrix on the back foot. With no Ben out of the equation here, who has been a very big piece of the puzzle here for Hendrix. I think that no Ben has been kind of critical to the success that they've had on this map so far.
Oh, there goes
going down low.
KingJackson biting at the ankles of Hero on the Ramatra.
Just like a dachshund.
Yep, exactly. He's an angry little Lucio. With ult in pocket as well. Post University going to be able to keep this push going as long as KingJackson stays up, and there it is. Interesting ult there, but I think
threw out the ult.
I think KingJackson might have thought that they were closer than they actually were as he came around the corner to ult. Yep, oh, it could have been as well. I've done plenty of those.
Yeah, because I feel like I was just about to say that KingJackson needs to hold on to that sound barrier for this from Ramatra,
from that.
right? Yeah.
So Hendrix capitalizing perhaps on that fat finger. And now the tug of war continues in Hendrix's control.
Yeah. Chewy's gonna need to come away with a big EMP here, I think, for Post.
Vero getting caught up in that. Ooh, just getting out.
Yeah.
Oh, Chewy, just
okay,
there you go.
Oh,
Chewy.
Huge play from Chewy. Yeah.
And Chewy with a quad.
Yeah.
Team kill, and the Eagles are flying.
I had a question mark over the Chewy Sombra, and now I have an exclamation mark.
Yeah,
over
exactly.
The Chewy
Changed
Sombra.
it real quick, and just like that,
Yeah.
an exclamation or a question mark in turn into an exclamation mark in Overwatch.
Luke Garrett though does have that does have their ultimate ready to go though, so that's gonna be scary. KingJackson just about has their Sandberry back up. I don't know if it's gonna come in fast enough though.
Oh, big grab!
Already taken out Chewy. Oh, huge grab. Here comes the Death Blossom though. Noodle trying to turn it around, but there's nobody nearby. Woozy does find one. This fight will go to Hendrix, but Post University made it expensive for them. Especially because Woozy decided to try and 1v1.
Yeah, don't 1v1 a full charge. Sorry, it usually never works in your favor.
Even when you've won the fight.
Yeah, exactly. You think you've won the fight, just let her walk away.
Yeah. Just be like, cool, we're cool.
Yeah, we're cool. So back and forth we go here.
Yeah, KingJackson's got that sound barrier, which could come in handy if Luke Garrett decides to set their sights on the back line. And in fact, that's really the only ultimate that Post University has to spare here. But Luke Garrett is down with the only ultimate that Hendrix had. Hero just about has the shatter, but they're not going to get it, at least in time for it to be effective this fight. 2.5 minutes to go, and this is increasingly looking better and better for Post University. It's been back and forth, but it's been more forth than back for Post.
Yes, sir, I agree. Chewy being an absolute menace in the backline, but Luke Garrett able to find him there.
Yeah. Pesky high ground with a pesky Sojourn.
Yes, sir.
That'll do it.
As this tug and war goes back and forth here, Post University now vying to regroup here quickly and gather their numbers before this next engagement.
Moridin going in.
Big
oh,
EMP.
huge EMP. They fall like dominoes. Post University is stringing together a couple of big fight wins here. They might push it over the 100-meter mark.
Moridin just absolutely decimating. Oh, and the mech, unfortunately, that mech does a lot of damage. Oh, close to the team kill.
I wasn't sure what was going to hit first.
Yeah, which one?
Out of the ground or the mech hitting the ground. Looks like the mech just a little bit faster there. So now, yeah, Hendrix has an opportunity to try and push this back. But with a minute left to go, they have to be, they have to be just about perfect here. They can afford to lose like one fight, I think. But even if they do that, the damage is just tremendous. So
yep, and the
Hendrix
time
is going to have to really be good.
Time on the clock, coming to under a minute here. Oh, a big die there from Noodle Pepe of Hendrix, keeping his team's push going and keeping their hopes of tying this up alive.
Yeah, they absolutely needed that play, and it was a very inexpensive fight win too. Actually, I guess they did use the rally as well, probably to help Noodle Pepe stay alive. But they're gonna get the forward spawns as well. 30 seconds left to go here. This should be the last fight. Vero starting it out with Kitsune Rush. Vero out of the mech. Everybody running for cover.
Oh, Jackson gets another remech kill. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, so Post University going to have to regroup fast here. But big thing to note, KingJackson has this sound barrier.
True. 10 seconds left. About to go into overtime here. Hendrix cannot get off the point.
Chewy.
Needs one more here. One more map to get this win. Secure themselves further in the playoffs here.
DPS are gone. Hero is out of the mech. Overtime is ticking down. Post University has secured their way into the semifinals of the NECC. Congratulations to the Eagles. Well played from everyone.
Congratulations, Eagles, soaring high and continuing to have an undefeated season even in the playoffs. These Eagles are on fire right now. Congratulations, guys. Can't wait to see your next game and continue to see you guys dominate and try to go for the entirety of a flawless season.
Yeah, they're so on fire. They should rebrand to the Post University Phoenix at this point.
That's great. Love that. Hey, that's great branding right there. Excellent job. What a game. What a game. Any thoughts about this whole matchup? Post University went down early on their map pick on Samoa. Didn't look, a little shaky there, but as you said, as you said, Post University does not have a never say die, or does have a never say die effort, and they brought it all the way back to make it a 3-2.
Yeah. Just wonderful gameplay from everybody tonight. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations to Hendrix. Played very, very well as well.
Yes.
But Post University, like you said, just kind of continuing their dominance in the division. And making March up to who was it again? Where?
It is Georgia, I believe.
UGA
UGA.
Yeah, UGA, University of Georgia. Yeah, University of Georgia White. So
that's going to be
them on the 21st, a week from today.
Excellent. That's going to be quite the matchup, and we hope to see you here again. Juggle, any last thoughts? Personally, for me, I just wanted to say this is my first time duo casting, so thank you so much, Juggle, for being here. I really enjoyed duo casting with you, and this has been an excellent and fun experience, so thank you, man.
Yeah, and thank you as well. Especially jumping in on your first duo cast. It's always intimidating.
Yeah, I loved it. It was fun. I really did. I enjoyed it.
It's tons of fun. It's always great. No, congratulations again. Great job to everybody on the team.
Great team effort.
I gotta pick Moridin as my MVP.
Yeah.
The main.
You were the one that called it in the beginning.
Moridin?
Yep.
Yeah, Moridin. This is coming from a wrecking ball main. You are my MVP because of the main, right? Like I don't like handing that out.
Yeah, I know that's a tough one to hand out.
But you play your May is insane. I never want to face it. I never want to face it. So, congratulations again to everybody.
Congratulations to the Eagles, and we hope to see you guys continuing to do a lot more great things next week as they go up against UGA White. Same time, and I believe same place here on Post U Esports as well. Thank you so much to Post University for allowing myself and as well Juggle to stream and cast these games. It is awesome, and I enjoy it so much. I'm sure you do too. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for watching and tuning in, and we will see you guys here next time. And this is going to be the sign out here, so any last parting words, Juggle?
GG's, and see y'all next time.
Yes, sir. GG's, everyone. Congrats to Post. GG's to Hendrix, and we will see you guys here next time for the semifinals, Post University versus UGA White. Thank you, guys. Have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm.